Earlier, modern hymn writer Graham Kendrick revealed how he was inspired by the work of Charles Wesley. Now he gives us an insight into his own hymn writing, including his modern classic, Shine, Jesus, Shine.
I'm trying to take, the ancient gospel and put it in songs, mixing experience and poetry and theology, and then putting it in people's mouths so they can sing the truth. Really, I suppose my main influence is the Baptist hymn book and the Beatles, and it was more that Beatles era where I started to want to sing my faith. And I was discovering there was much more to worship than just standing up and singing hymns. There was more to be known in the spirit. There was more heart and passion and experience. I didn't feel I had much personal experience of God, Well, I found that personal experience in a much deeper way. And that was a trigger for songs which you would much more say that's a worship song. That's not a song about God, that's a song to God.
So this is the 70s and the 80s. What was happening in the church at the time?
The 70s was a time of great sort of innovation in the church. People experimenting with community. And then there's a lot of talk about experiencing God through the Holy Spirit, being filled with the Holy Spirit.
Shine, Jesus, Shine. What do you remember about writing that?
It was one of many songs, and I certainly didn't spot there was anything special about it at the time. It was just 3 verses, it didn't have a chorus. And I remember trying it out and getting a very kind of,
But the chorus is the key part, isn't it?
Exactly. It was underwhelming. At that time there was a great mood of a kind of rising hope and sense that as Christians we could really make a difference in the world. It was a sense of moving out. And so I guess the chorus just sort of fell together, The phrase, shine, Jesus, shine, I don't know where it came from, but it arrived at the right moment. And the chorus unfolded probably in quite a short period of time. The verses probably took me hours and hours, but the chorus came together quite quickly. And there it was, It wasn't until I started to use it that I noticed how people were kind of responding to it. As a prayer, shine, Jesus, shine. So it's like a verb. It's, Jesus, the light of the world, And then it's all about action, Fill this land with the Father's glory, Blaze, Spirit, blaze, set our hearts on fire, flow, river, flow, flood the nation. Not just the nation, but the nations, with grace and mercy, Send forth your word and let there be light. It's all about action. And that was where we were at the time. And so it became an anthem for the rising church movement.
We'll hear Shine, Jesus, Shine in a moment, but first an update on a brand new hymn writer we featured on Songs of Praise before Christmas. Andrew Gardner is a Baptist minister from Plymouth and has been writing his first hymns while battling cancer. Andrew's most recent worship song is I Am Held by You.
It's the only place to be, what I once knew by faith.
And the good news is, this month it reached the top of the religious UK iTunes chart. Next week, the Reverend Kate Botley brushes up on her first aid skills with St John Ambulance and discovers their origins in the ancient religious order of St John. And J.B. Gill meets a remarkable Good Samaritan.
But now we return to the Royal Albert Hall and the Big Sing Orchestra raising the roof with Graham Kendrick's wonderful hymn, Shine, Jesus, Shine.
And Songs of Praise back on BBC One next Sunday at 3:30. A taste of the post-war years for the Ellis family from Bradford here next, back in time for tea.